Hi, I'm back. I'll be reading some more from Star Wars The Weapon of a Jedi, a Luke Skywalker adventure. Chapter Chapter 4 Return to Devaron. Chapter The Y-wing flew low over the thick jungles of Devaron, a ribbon of smoke trailing from its damaged engine. Luke had hushed the droids and sought to clear his mind of doubts and questions, letting the Force direct the fighter's flight. It had guided him into the atmosphere on the far side of the planet from the capital and its imperial garrison. Then across the outback below him, the jungle was broken by outcroppings of stone that rose high above the surrounding trees, crowned with enormous vines and creepers. The light The light of the late afternoon sun turned the rivers into threads of brilliant orange and pink. Luke turned the right wing to starboard. Ahead was another pair of rocky pillars. No, that wasn't correct. Luke saw now. This was something different. The rocky pillars were artificial structures, towers made by intelligent hands. Luke eased up on the throttle, and something began banging inside the battered engine. The tops of the towers were jagged, stabbing into the sky, and the sides were pocketed with craters. That's blast damage, Luke thought, from heavy weapons. They really took a beating. Ought to look for a place to sit down near those towers, Luke said. This is where we are supposed to go. I know it is. Artu hooted urgently. Luke glanced at the screen and frowned. Yeah.
Are you going personal shopping?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. I'm glad you keep your bike in here now.
Yeah, me too.
Cool. Alrighty.
And frowned. I understand. You can barely keep the fighter in the air, he said. But this is important. Master Luke, are you sure? That's the wisest choice, 3PO asked. R2 says he can land our ship, but doubts he can get it airborne again. We must find a place for repairs, Luke sighed. 3PO had a point. Surely the Force wasn't telling him to maroon himself in the middle of the jungle. You're right. It will have to wait, he said. Scan the area for signs of settlement and listen for activity on Imperial communications channels. The town was little more than a cluster of buildings atop a plateau in the jungle with a landing field whose single beacon winked in the gloom of dusk. A massive spire of bare gray stone rose 100 meters into the air on one side of the town, crowning a steep forested slope. On the other side of the plateau, the trees had been cleared and the hill carved into terraced farmers' fields. Luke flew low over the town. His fighters, data fires said it was called Tikaroo and peered down at the landing field. I mostly See atmosphere flyers down there, he said. No sign of any Imperial ships, but there are a couple of star yachts, parked off to the side. That one looks like a SORO SUUB 3000. That's a pretty fancy ship to find near a farm town in the middle of nowhere. Perhaps the last harvest was particularly rewarding, said 3PO. Luke shook his head. Farmers don't spend their credits on star yachts, he said. They save their money so they don't starve when they have a bad year. R2 hooted. Oh, switch off, 3PO said. Like you know anything about agriculture, you oversized screwdriver. Luke decided that solving this particular mystery would have to wait. His choice was to set down in TIKAROO or crash in the jungle. He activated the retro rockets and set the Y-wing down with a jolt, followed by a hiss of coolant venting from some punctured reservoir. The air was wet and white with vegetation. Light spilled from the open doorway of a scrap building at the end of the landing field. Luke descended from the cockpit and patted the Y-wing's hull gratefully, then strolled across the landing field as the droids extracted themselves from the fighter. A DEVARONIAN male met him at the door, wiping his hands on a rag. Behind him, a teenage DEVARONIAN girl looked up from a cluttered workbench, scowling beneath her polarized goggles. Names: KORLMARCUS, Luke said, after a tense moment in which he couldn't remember what it said on his false identification. I'm a hyperspace scout. My droids and I ran into a little pirate trouble a couple of systems over, and we need some repairs. I'm KAVAS, the DEVARONIAN said. That's my daughter, FARNAY. Let me get a light and we will take a look at your problem. KAVAS fetched a work light, and Luke followed him across the landing field where the droids were waiting. Hello, sir, 3PO said. I am C-3PO, Human-Borg Relations, and this is... No need to be so formal, 3PO. Luke said hastily. Let the man walk. KVAS let the light play over the Y-wing's twisted hull and peered into the craters, blasted into its plating. The holes in the starboard engine were fringed with beads, where laser blasts had liquefied the metal. Pirate trouble, he said with a smirk. Should probably report that to the Imperial Governor. I probably should, Luke said, giving 3PO a warning glance. Did I mention I have credits? Always good to hear, KVAS said. I can repair this with what I have in the shop, but it will take 3 or 4 days and 6,000 credits all in advance. 6,000, 3PO gets. Master L, KORL. This man does not run a reputable business. I suggest we. That would do, 3PO, Luke said. 6,000. Really? It would cost less it would cost less if I had replacement parts shipped in from the capital, KAVAS said with a shrug. But then there'll be a lot of paperwork, permits, bureaucratics asking questions, that sort of thing. Oh, there's enough paperwork in the galaxy as it is, Luke said smoothly, reaching for his credit chip. Let's not trouble the authorities. Solely, the Empire has more important things to worry about than repairs to a scout ship. Your scout ship. I will get your fighter undercover then, KAVAS said, showing a mouthful of pointed teeth. Town's that way. You can take a room at the depot with the others. The depot was a rambling building in the center of TIKAROO, assembled seemingly at random from wood, stone, prefab, plastic buildings, and shipping containers emblazoned with the faded logos of Corellian import-export firms. A long porch looked out over shuttered shops and food stores, land speeders, speeder bikes, and a trio of squat, green-skinned pack bees, awaited their owners out front. Luke followed the buzz of conversation and music through a pair of swinging doors and into a wide common room crowded with tables, mismatched chairs, and couches, many of which had seen better decades. Faces turned his way as he entered, with 3PO following uncertainly behind. There were men and women from a dozen different species, though at least half of those gathered wore DEVARONIANS. A few wore rich clothes, but most were clad in worn, practical garments. Hey, PORST, first meet. One of the DEVARONIANS yelled as Luke made his way across the room to a counter crowded with bottles of a brightly colored liquid. Some of the liquids were fuzzing or ROILING in a way he found alarming. Man needs a room and probably a guide. RODIAN, missing one of his antennae, began pounding on a buzzer set into the top of the counter, grinning at Luke. After a moment, an old DEVARONIAN with an eye patch emerged from a curtain of clove, looking Luke up and down. He named an exorbitant price for a room. That's fine, Luke said, before 3PO could risk another short circuit. Both PORST and the onlookers seemed slightly disappointed. Apparently, they've been looking forward to a lively bout of haggling. Next customer was mine. We rolled a chance cube forward, remember? The RODIAN warned the young. DEVARONIAN, standing next to him at the counter. Then he turned to Luke. Names, OPATO, good sir. And I'm the best guy in TIKAROO, he said. He said, bagged, PIKHRONRONS, on my last 3 hunts. Satisfaction guaranteed. Or you get a third of your credits back. What say, Luke began. My green friend here couldn't guide you out of a sack if you cut the bottom out of it first. The young DEVARONIAN interrupted sharp. Be wary, OPATO exclaimed. This one's the biggest liar in TIKAROO, and that's saying something. The DEVARONIAN smiled at Luke. You need a native, someone like DUNAHILARIS. That's me. I have been exploring this jungle since I was a boy. I'm famous for knowing every pool, sandpit, and shade glade. The PIKHRONS like to visit. Glad to hear it, Luke said, but what's a PIKHRON? When the laughter showed no signs of stopping, 3PO sidled up to Luke. My data file on this planet is basic, but apparently PIKHRONS are native herbivores. Their skins and teeth fetch considerable prices on the black market as hunting them is forbidden by imperial decree. Lots of things are forbidden around here, but happen anyway. Do you? And I said, don't make your master worry, Tim, and we have got an arrangement with the governor. I'm not much of a hunter, but I could use a guide, Luke said. I want to visit the towers I saw on my way in, the ruined ones. The crowd fell silent, even the clank of utensils on dinner plates stopping. The music burbled merrily along uninterrupted. A puzzled Luke looked from face to face. EEDIT podcast is off limits, PORST said. Luke smiled. I thought many things were forbidden in TIKAROO, but happened anyway. The joke fell flat. OPATO took a sudden interest in his drink. DUNA checked his comlink, and the other guides turned away. Was it something I said, Luke asked? No one goes to EEDIT, PORST said. You bring ruin to us all, messing with that place. It would risk everything we have left. Why? I don't understand. Because it's cursed. You brainless outlander, growled a massive, mean-looking slab, a humanoid muscle, filled with the ghosts of the PORST made a slouchy motion across his throat, his single eye cold and staring. All you need to know is is to stay away from it, he said, handing Luke his room key. Number 12 upstairs. House rules are on the back of the door. But here's the most important one. I don't tolerate troublemakers, and you are already on my bad side, Outlander. I think I will turn in then, Luke said. Maybe we can make a fresh start tomorrow. PRST just turned away. The room was simple but clean with a balcony overlooking TIKAROO. Luke stared up at the stairs while 3PO fussed over the room's power connector, certain he and R2 would be incinerated the second they tried to recharge. No moons were in the sky. Luke couldn't remember if DEVARON had any. I, for one, will be grateful to be back with the Alliance. 3PO said. 3PO said, I know you are disappointed not to find a guide, Master Luke, but no doubt it's for the best. I almost think I prefer getting shot at by the Empire to a suicidal trek into jungles powered by savage beasts. Luke just smiled. He wasn't afraid of jungle beasts, and he didn't believe in curses. He'd reached the towers. He just hadn't figured out how yet. Part 2. Okay, that's all for now. Bye-bye.